Hey, is WWE 2K22 becoming a fighting game?
Modern and retro gaming and new here on Mode.
What up, ladies and gents? It's your boy MikeOfAllTrades coming to you today with Quick Takes. Quick Takes is a 5-minute series where I try to make a video in under 5 minutes talking about a topic that I enjoy. First things first, if you like to see, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not, and turn on those notifications as we make our way to 2K. But without further ado, let's get to it. So WWE put out their deep dive into gameplay this morning, and I gotta say, as far as bad as 2K20 looked, and like it took them like almost a year to fix the gameplay and whatever else. I crapped on it pretty hard, like real talk. For anybody who doesn't know, I love WWE games. We stream a lot of WWE 2K19 on my Twitch channel. Me and my friends. We all have a league. There'll be a league starting in 2K22 because league is fun, right? So we were all sitting waiting in anticipation. We're waiting for the roster and everything else. But today they showed the deep dive for the gameplay. I gotta say, it looks good. Like, that's the first thing I will say. You can tell that in the footage they were using the PC version. I highly doubt that it was the Series X version. I'm pretty sure it was the PC version. And it looks really good. It looks fluid. There were some hiccups with some animations and whatnot or whatever, but, they revamped it. Unlimited reversals, you know what I mean? Like, more fast-paced gameplay. Some people might not like that, you know what I mean? Like, some people enjoy watching the animations and then doing it, to each their own. But they're implementing some things into the game that's kind of starting to take it out of the wrestling game genre and turning it into more of a fighting game. Like the special bar, for instance, where, you have one for signatures and, it controls your payback and reversals, but also controls breakers. Breakers essentially are akin to defensive mechanics in Mortal Kombat 11. They're also implementing like a dodging feature, like if you've seen in the previous trailers, and I'll probably have a little bit of this footage on screen right now. Where they're like you show like Big E, like Matrix dodging a little bit. Like, that's the thing as well. And then you have light attacks and heavy attacks. Those used to just be tied to one button, where if you tap the button, it'd be a light, and if you held it down, it's a heavy or whatever else. So you've got two buttons, a reverse button, and now you have one dedicated grapple button, And the more and more I watched this dev thing, the more and more I thought, man, these are real talk like fighting game mechanics. And listening to Jinx like talking whatever, it's like more of a, like I said, more of a fast-paced thing, It's not really simulation like it used to be, but it's kind of teetering that line of arcade. Almost arcade. Even to the point where we're back to button mashing. And for anybody who's never button mashed before, but button mashing on a DualSense is not cool at all, right? Like, these buttons, like, they're already so far in the first place, and then like the DualSense, it doesn't like button mashing at all, And so they changed the mechanic back to that. We've only seen the mashing mechanic for kickouts. We haven't seen it for submissions. We still don't know how submissions are going to work. But I imagine that's all going to be kind of like the breaking point system used to be back in WWE 13 and 2K14, where you're like mashing. So if you don't have extra controllers, you might want to get some. But with the dodging, infinite reversals, and now a breaker system, like, I think WWE 2K, in Take-Two, I think they're confused. They're trying to be different, and they want it to hit different. They want it to be more approachable from a casual standpoint, which I respect all of that. But in turn, it's almost kind of like an esports wrestling game. Like, if you really sit and think about it, and you really look at it, it's almost esports. Which, that's fine for some people. Me, I'll adapt, whatever else. I think it's one of those things where this is probably the first game in a long time where everybody's going to be running to the tutorial to find out how to play. You know what I mean? But if it's like a fighting game, cool. It's got fighting game mechanics. I hope it works well. That's my only concern. I want it to work well. Even to the point where they've removed the red, yellow... They removed the green, yellow, and red bars to like just one straight health bar and your vitality. And they've added a stun meter. And you can literally fill the stun meter up with light and heavy punches and strikes, you know what I mean? And you can stun somebody and make them invulnerable. That's a dizzy mechanic in a fighting game. You know what I mean? Like, I see a lot of people, especially with now there being infinite reversals. It went from managing your reversal stock and taking advantage of it to now it's going to be, let's just keep punching somebody in the face until we're dizzy. You know what I mean? Build up a special or a finish and then like hit them with it. Literally, that's what it's going to be. I hope there's balance. I really do, because the breaker system and the dizzy mechanic, because they never said how long you're going to be dizzy for, like how long you're going to be stunned for, and that's another thing. I mean, usually in a fighting game when you're stunned for like 5-10 seconds or whatever else, with no way to really, mash and get out. I mean, you can try to mash and wiggle out the stick to get out of it, like a la Street Fighter, but we don't know how that's going to work in WWE. We don't know if it's going to be a debuff, but you can fill the bar. And they didn't say it couldn't be filled more than once. And I think that's going to be the new strat for people. I think they're going to be trying to dizzy the opponent, get in a good power move, and then go back to dizzy. So it's kind of why I'm kind of on the fence about the whole reversal stock thing. While people complained about not being able to control assets, this creates a whole nother issue. You know what I mean? But all we can do is wait and see. I just want to see what the roster is, and yeah, man, we'll go from there. Anyway, I'm MikeOfAllTrades. Yo, that was Quick Takes. Yo, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you think it's a wrestling game still? Do you think it's bordering fighting games like I do? Yo, let me know. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure to hit that like button on the way out. I'll catch you on the next one. Later. Yo, thank you guys for watching. If you like what you saw, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not, and turn those notifications on the way out. And if you really like the content, feel free to hit that join button. You get emotes, badges, and support the channel even more. Thanks.